She said that she didn't want to lose me and that she loved me, and as for opening the relationship, it was the advice of her friends. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, going to your story titled, Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girl because she wanted an open relationship, knowing my position on it? And a shout out to Nick for sending me this story. And guys, this is all about a guy. He's very young, only 19. Been with his girlfriend a couple years. And out of nowhere, she brings up the whole open relationship thing. Shocker. But here's the thing. He made it clear in the beginning, monogamy. Just you and me, none of this nonsense going on today. And yet she tried. And our guy handled things accordingly. He what's the word, messed up a little bit, but overall handles things accordingly. And of course, she's having a meltdown, blaming him, all that. And I'll be going to go over here, guys, to show you. A young guy here already is learning that this stuff is nonsense. There's obviously things going on behind the scenes and handles it right. And it's amazing that a 19-year-old handles this right when a 42-year-old can't handle these things right. Which shows me the message is being spread not to tolerate this type of crap. And it'll be a very entertaining one to go over to cover that very fact. And also to mention that usually when a gal wants the open relationship, guess what? There's already some other guy she's already talking to, sleeping with, or planning to. Cut them loose and destroy it. They don't love you. And by the way, guys, you can see I'm using my other card today. The other one's in the shop. We're going to see how this whole thing goes. So if you hear some noise out there, just bear with me. It's a convertible top, so it doesn't block out the sound that the other card does. So it starts off, says here, hello, everyone. Here in this crazy account, I had the following problem. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she wanted an open relationship, knowing my position on it? I'm 19. I've been with my girl, who's 20, for about 2 to 3 years now. Things have always been good between us. We had a solid relationship, sweet moments, and all the usual stuff that comes with being in a serious, committed relationship. So in his mind, everything's wonderful. And that's usually a position these guys come from. Clearly, it ain't that wonderful if she's going to be asking what she's going to ask. From the beginning, we were clear that our relationship was to be exclusive. He said we, he didn't say me. I'm strictly monogamous. I don't have anything against open relationships or polyamory, but it's not something I could handle in a serious relationship where my feelings are involved. Okay, he made that abundantly clear. There's no confusion going on. But watch this. Lately, though, things have started to get weird. She began making comments about other guys, saying how she found some random dude sexy or how attractive someone else was. Well, that's disrespectful, and he should check her on that and nip that in the bud immediately. As well as that's a giant red flag. At first, I just brushed it off and didn't make a big deal out of it, but these comments became more frequent, and honestly, it started to feel a bit overwhelming. Well, that's what happens when you don't check it. And obviously, her mind is someplace else, and it ain't you. Then came the real shocker. She told me she was starting to get interested in other people. Who could have saw that coming? She said she still loved me, but she wanted to explore things both personally and sexually, so she asked, what if we open the relationship? He should be like, okay, but see ya. Goodbye. I love that. She still loves him, but she wanted to explore things personally. If you love someone, you don't want to explore things with other people. I was stunned for a moment and nervously laughed, and she noticed I half joked, half seriously replied that I'm not going to be part of it. I said, ha ha. She got the hint, but still kept pushing the idea. Well, that's a problem. And that was a weak response. Kind of ha ha, joking around a little bit about it, laughing nervously. I get he was blindsided here, and I get he's young, he's inexperienced, but he should, say what he's about to say in that moment. I got frustrated and asked her why she wanted this. And she said she was curious and wanted to explore her sexuality without damaging the emotional bond that we had. By you doing that, you are damaging the bond that we have. By you bringing this up, you're damaging the bond that we have. How dumb are you? But clearly she thinks this guy's dumb enough to go along with this. I was taken aback, but responded, I support your decision to explore, but if you want that, then forget about me. Nice, dude. You know very well that this exclusivity is crucial to me in a serious relationship. This led to a heated argument. Shocker. She accused me of being closed-minded and called me a coward for not willing to try something new. Are you kidding me? If you want to try something new, get in the car and go on a road trip to Indiana or someplace that you haven't gone to before. I'm sure there's something cool in Indiana. But or try a new restaurant with a foreign food. Don't go want to F other people. Really, and she's arguing with him, calling him a coward. That makes him weak. Because you don't want, if he asked her for this and she didn't want that, would she be a coward for not wanting to go along with this? No. Those words hurt me, and I laid over that night in my home. I laid in bed wondering if there was a way to talk through this and find some middle ground. Smack! You can't reason with crazy. You don't negotiate with terrorists. And yeah, she's treating you like something like a victim. No. We did eventually meet up again to discuss things more calmly. But no matter what, I just couldn't accept the idea of opening the relationship. Even if also I had the freedom to see other people, it was a solid no for me. Okay, that's not what you want. And don't waste your time debating or trying to change your mind. You're talking to a wall. I told her I'm sorry, but we couldn't come to an agreement. You know my stance in this kind of relationship, and I'm glad you want to explore this, but unfortunately, I won't be the person to do that with. Let's just end things now. Save ourselves the drama and move on. Man, he's very mature for his age, and he's light years ahead of most guys. Now listen to this. He's trying to reason with her. How well do you think that goes over? He says, you'll have the freedom to do what you want, and I won't have to deal with the anxiety of knowing you're with someone else. She didn't take it well, called me selfish again, and repeated that I was insecure. At that point, I just stayed silent and let her say what she needed to say. Smack! Should have walked away, dude. I'm glad you're telling her no. I'm glad you're saying it's over with. But why listen to her bitch and whine and complain and insult you? Insecure. Unless you want some ammo for this story. Insecure? You're insecure because you don't want your girl sucking off some guy on the couch next to you? You gotta be fucking kidding me. But that's how these gals... That's the mindset out there. Now, where do you think she probably got those ideas from? Did it just appear in her head one day? Probably somebody put that in her head. We both sat there for a while, both of us with tears in our eyes. Don't let her see you cry, dude. We eventually said our goodbyes. She still told me everything she previously thought about me. After I got home, I saw that she had blocked me on everything. She blocked you? Shouldn't it be the other way around that he blocks her? I just let out a sigh and laid down on my bed. Right now, I'm focusing on myself, moving forward, trying to maintain zero contact with her. Somebody the a-hole for breaking up with her because she wanted an open relationship, even though she knew my stance on it. No, dude. She's the a-hole. Now, I know a lot of you guys are just like, what's the matter with this young guy? Well, he is young. He's inexperienced. But again, he's way ahead of most guys, twice his age. And with probably the bombardment from her and feeling like his heart's ripped out, because let's keep something in mind, he's been with her for a few years. That's a long time when you're that young. Thought they brought a very promising future. He was blindsided by this, although it shouldn't have been too much of a surprise given her talking about other dudes and everything. And so he's hurt. That's understandable. Heartbroken. But no, you're not the a-hole. She's the a-hole. She's taking advantage of your love, your kindness, your all the good things you've given to her. She saw your commitment to her and love for her as an opportunity to exploit that, and that makes her the a-hole. Not to mention shaming you for being weak and insecure and controlling, whatever crap she said. Now we're on to an update. And to see, we're going to find out more details here. And let's see if the old theory about, they bring up the open relationship, there's something else going on. Let's see if that happens. Maybe not, but we shall see. He says, this is the continuation of the post I did before. For the record, forgive me. There have been some errors in this post that will be raw, and English isn't my first language. He says, now I'll give you more context here. It's been 5 days since we broke up. During those days, I've been reflecting, mostly due to some comments on the previous post, mentioning that maybe she was always like this, and we were just incompatible. That we are young, and that she has the right to explore her sexuality or whatever. Well, they're not married, and she has the freedom to do what she wants, but that doesn't mean she has the freedom to do it while they're still together, and she shouldn't be lecturing him and making him feel small and insult him because he doesn't want to be part of her ridiculous plan. Period. And she can go explore her sexuality on her own, but not keep this guy sitting around waiting for her. It says, I admit I should have done it, but I kept thinking and racking my brain more and more. Was she really like this all along? I didn't pay attention to this when we made the relationship official, because this felt so strange to me when we decided to make things serious, because I'm the one that asked for an exclusive relationship. Well, a guy should always wait for the girl to bring that up. That's a better place to be. And I've covered that reason many times on my other channels. And she agreed to that. She even emphasized it herself, which left me more and more confused. Anyway, yesterday I ran into her. I know that maybe was an error. I tried to ignore her, but I could not, since now she wanted to talk to me, and I was about to reject her. But my thoughts got the better of me, and I agreed. Smack! Dude, you don't be a glutton for punishment. Where's this going to get you? I agreed mainly to ask her about my doubts. We went to her house, and although she tried to be nice, I just asked her to get to the point. We sat down at the table and talked. She tried to ask me how I was doing. Really? After all this, how was your day? How's your mom? How's your dog? Really? Get to the fucking point. But I dodged the question, and then I confronted her again, asking why she was now bringing up polyamory and all, and after so much time being with me. After she agreed to being exclusive and emphasized it. When I said this, I raised my voice, basically shouting at her. Then I got my answer, and although it's predictable, it still shocked me. Okay, here we go. For all you guys had theories on what was going on behind the scenes here, where you're about to be proven right. Long story short, yes, she indeed has been emotionally cheating on me and was tempted to do it physically. Well, cheating is cheating in my book. But there you go. There's some other dude. But listen to this. I just stood there, stunned. I took a deep breath, and even though I was really angry, I asked her since when and with whom. According to her, she spent the last 2 months with a guy that she met at college, or her college, which coincides surprisingly when she started acting weird. That's why these red flags are red flags, and you pay attention to them. I raised my voice again, asking what she thought by not telling me. Did she think I was an idiot, even trying to manipulate me to open the relationship? Yep. I don't know if she thinks he's an idiot, but I think she thinks this guy's so in love with her, and she's so confident in her obviously having the stronger place in the relationship as she thought, that she could get this guy to agree. And at the end of the day, it's just permission to cheat. Instead, they want to open the relationship, and hurt the guy that I claim I love, and then I can go hook up the guy I'm lusting for, and if that doesn't work out, I still have the guy I want, and it's not cheating. That's how they justify this shit. It's crazy. She said to me that she didn't want to lose me, and she loved me. And as for opening the relationship, it was the advice from her friends. He says I must clarify that not all of them are women. She said they told her that she had the right to explore while still being with me. And that they do it, and they still are with their partners. And some of their partners have no idea about it. He says, what a shitty people in this life. There you go. The friends. Big surprise. This is why I say pay attention to who your girl hangs out with. We're the average of the people we spend our time with, guys. It is what it is. And also, she's slipping the blame on the friends. Not my fault. They told me to do that. They put it in my head. I wouldn't have done it. It wasn't because of them. And notice that she says some of these people that told her to do this are guys. Gee, I wonder why. Because they want to bang her. And maybe her friends are jealous of her relationship with this dude and they want to screw it up. Crazier things have happened. Well, know what? She's an adult and she made her choice and she has to live with it. He says, honestly, I had a fucking urge to scream at her as loud as I could, but I had to keep my composure. I asked her what she did with this guy, if they were still in touch. She just told me that the same day we broke up, she slept with him, but later she regretted it. That day that they had that conversation, broke up with her, boom, she's off to Tyrone's house, hooking up with him. But they broke up. Now she wants this guy back, because she loves him so much. No, she doesn't. I think Tyrone said, we're not going to have a relationship. And the last few days, she realized her mistake, and wanted to be honest with me now, with the possibility to give her another opportunity. Really? You've been cheating on me all these months, and I don't believe the fact that you weren't physical with Tyrone before, or Chad, or Julio, whatever his name is. And you insult me and insult my love for you by opening the relationship, and insult me by saying I'm insecure and controlling and that crap. And now you go fuck Tyrone or Chad, and now you want me to take you back? You see, guys, her perception of this guy, his kindness for her was mistaken for weakness, that she can, I can do anything, he'll take me back. This is why, guys, you got to make it that they're more into the relationship than you. It is what it is. I couldn't deal with her anymore, and I told her she had almost 3 effing months to be honest with me, and instead try to manipulate me into falling into her trap so she could walk away without any guilt. I told her that if she wants to cry, go ahead, because I won't give her another chance. And I don't care anymore because I lost a little respect that I had for her. Yeah, boss. Good for you. Cry all you want, bitch. I don't care. With a knot in my throat from the hurt I had, I told her clearly that I never want to see her in my fucking life again, and if she sees me in a store, she should avoid me and go somewhere else because I don't want to see her or hear from her. She broke down crying again, begging me to forgive her, grabbing my shirt to stop me from leaving, and I pushed her away. Easy, cowboy, with the pushing part, because that could come back to haunt you. Although, she did lay her hands on you. You hear all that? After everything she did, no accountability. That was her plan all along. Worst case scenario, she can just cry and beg and he'll take her back. Boy, is she an idiot. I opened the door and slammed it shut once I got home, and I would be a lie to say that I didn't shed any tears. Bro, it's okay. Just don't let her see the tears. You dedicate 2 to 3 years of life with her. You're hurt. That's all right. You need to get out of your system. Cry into your pillow. Punch the punching bag. You know, if you need a weekend in your room crying and drinking a few beers and some pizzas, just be careful. But don't let it destroy you. He says, he's quoting her saying, "We're young. She wanted to explore her sexuality, and she's right to do it. So was right to tell me she is not an asshole either. Pure bullshit." Oh, okay. People were saying stuff. Now I'm still incredibly hurt. I feel worse than when I started, and I feel like an idiot for even crying, knowing that could have been a possibility. If I will see if I can get back on my feet and move on, even though I'm still hurt, that's the only thing I can do. He says, "Man, I really thought I had a decent girlfriend." He also said, just to clarify, when I did my first post, it had been 5 days since my breakup with her. Sorry if I caused any misunderstandings. So that's where he left it, guys. And I like to say to him or any other guy that might go through this is that it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel hurt and feel embarrassed and feel like you wasted your years. And but here's the deal. The girl you thought she was, that's not her. So you can feel a little bit better knowing that you didn't lose who you thought she was. This is who she is. A liar, a cheater, a manipulator, not someone who loves you. Because someone who loves you doesn't do that to someone they love, period. And it goes both ways. If this was a girl telling this story and a guy did this crap, I'd say the guy doesn't love her. End of story. So what you got to do now, man, is after maybe your weekend in your room, watching some sappy movies, listening to sappy songs, I don't recommend that, but you're probably going to do that anyway, having some beer, having some pizzas, get out there. Get out of the house. Got to go on living. Hang out with your bros, hit the gym. If you don't exercise, join a gym. You'll feel better. And take it one day at a time. And don't let this mess up your semester, as hard as that may be. You're just starting off in life. Go down the right path. And block her completely on everything, because she will be back. She's going to text. She's going to call. She's going to direct message you. She's going to show up at your door crying. And her friends are also going to be bugging you too. Her friends might even say that it was our fault. We told her to do it. Some crap like that. Don't fall for it. And there'll be times you'll be thinking about taking her back and you'll be missing her. Don't do it. Okay? Work on yourself, heal, and then down the road, if you're a relationship guy, you're going to be all the wiser handling things in the future. There are guys twice your age, 3 times your age that don't handle things as well as you did there. And so that's commendable. And I'm sorry it happened, but sadly, this is the world we live in right now. This gentleman and the 4% of ladies that watch me, this is the type of crap that turns good guys into Chad and Tyrone assholes. I kid you not. This type of crap. So, it is what it is. And so I really do wish this guy the best, and I'm very impressed how he handled it. Now, I'm going to read a few comments here before I wrap this up. One guy says, "You're not the a-hole. I feel for you, but let us recap. You were called inflexible, insecure, and a coward. She wanted to cheat, and she lied, and she burned the bridge and has friends with the same morals. Well, you won. You held your moral high ground, inflexible. You were strong, opposite of insecurity. You were brave to stand for your principles, opposite of a coward. She fled to her lover that night, the break that she wanted. Thus, the next time she appears, call her inflexible, sleeping with others versus committed, insecure to crawl back to me, and a coward. Oh, as a bonus, I would approach every one of her friends' lovers and ask them out, saying that since you're in an open relationship, like I'd like to try you out as my... Okay, he fucked that whole thing up, but the bottom line is he said reach out to her friends and you get the point. Another guy says here, she only wants you back because things didn't work out with the other guy. Ding, ding, ding. Plus, she was already cheating on you. I'm so glad you didn't give the cheater another chance, and her group of friends are all disgusting women. Are you friends with any of the guys who dated them? Tell them what these trashy girlfriends do. Yes, tell the guys that are dating her friends about what's going on here. And one more, this guy says, yeah, you feel like crap because she betrayed your relationship. She cheated on you, at least emotionally, and she feels like shit also because she behaved accordingly. She wants you back now, just like the comments from your first post warned she would. Too late, the trust is gone. Don't close yourself off. The worst you can do now is to isolate and think about it 24/7. I got no problem if he isolates for a couple days, but after that, he's got to get out. Focus on your studies, go work out, go out with your friends. Talk about this with family and friends that you know who are good listeners. I know you probably don't see it now, but you're really young. In 2 to 3 years from now, this will be a bump in the road. Wish you the best and stay true to yourself and stay strong. Yeah, exactly. And again, like I said, success is the best revenge. And if he blocks her, because his silence of blocking her, because she will be back, and ignoring her, that's going to make her crazy. His indifference, not acting like he doesn't give a shit, not giving her a chance to talk and beg and plead, ignoring her friends, that's a great revenge. And when he heals, he'll go on and move on and get a girlfriend that's hotter and all that, or just simply that the rejection of her, that's going to make her nuts. That's the best revenge. Success always is the best revenge, but just, God's sakes, don't take her back. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you got a good story that you found, definitely email to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it, and I definitely will. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.